Hello, it's Dr. Edward here. Right, so we live in difficult times. Half of Australia's back in a heavy lockdown. I was seeing videos today how hospitals in America are literally running out of beds and doctors so that, they're swamped. This new strain of COVID around the world is going crazy. Now, I'm just doing this live show again because my internet crashed when I was halfway through the last one. So I'm just going to go for it and repeat it again. If you're watching it again, thanks for hanging in there with me. And please say hi, let me know where you're from in the chat. Love to hear where you're from around the world. So today with the Healing Vets Holistic Pet Health Show, I'm going to be talking about how you can help your pets through the stress and difficulties of the pandemic of COVID by helping yourself. Right, so anytime you're experiencing stress, distress, depression, anger, fear, your pets really feel it, and it affects them. It affects them very intimately, and it's going to cause them stress and troubles, right? So how can you help your pets through these really difficult times that we're all experiencing and working our way through as best we can? So I'm going to give you a whole lot of things you can do, right? It's going to be quite an intensive little session today where I'm going to go through a whole lot of things that I use in my life that help me, that you can apply in your life that will make a material difference for you and for your animals. The first thing, spend time with your pets. And not just spend time with your pets, spend time touching your pets, stroking them, holding them. So when you stroke them, I've got my little fella here, Mitzi. Here he is. He's helping out today. He's being a demonstration dog. Say hello to everyone, Mitzi. He said, just go back to patting me. What do you think you're doing? So when you pat your animals, do slow strokes. Just slow, gentle, loving touch. When you interact with your animals with touch, it has a whole lot of benefits for both you and the animal. There's a massive release of beneficial hormones in your body, oxytocin, serotonin, things like that cause relaxation and cause you to feel happier and more present. So that's the first thing you can do, is spend a lot more time touching your pets. Feel bad? Go and touch your pet. Now, don't try to suppress how you feel when you're interacting with your pets, because your pets are supremely sensitive, empathetic beings, right? And they will feel what you are suppressing even more. So if you try to suppress what you're feeling, if you're feeling stressed out about it and you use anything at all to suppress how you're feeling, it'll actually be worse for your animals. Your animals don't mind if you have a good sob with them. Your animals don't mind if you feel bad while you're touching them. In fact, they love you so much they don't mind anything at all. So the first thing is to spend a significant amount of time every day touching your pets. And I would encourage you to put a timer on for 5 or 10 minutes. And just spend 5 minutes giving your whole attention to connecting with your beautiful pets with loving touch. You will notice a big difference in how you feel if you do this 3 times a day and keep it up, right? I guarantee it. The second thing that I do, now yesterday afternoon and this morning I was feeling not good emotionally, right? Now I was going to go and see my son for the first time since Easter this weekend. I was going to drive out to Traralgon and take him out to dinner and have some quality time with my boy. Because this lockdown I can't do it, right? And I think not only has it upset me in some ways, but it's also that I'm very sensitive to feeling how everyone else in society is feeling, and I think this is it's getting really tough for a lot of people now, really tough. It's the 6th lockdown here in Melbourne, and people, it's breaking them financially all over the place. A lot of people under severe distress can't work, don't know how they're going to pay their rent, don't know how they're going to pay their mortgage. Big stuff, very stressful, difficult stuff, right? So one thing that I've been doing is a gratitude practice. So this is the second thing you do. First one is lots of time patting your animal. Gentle, slow, loving touch. It'll make a big difference to you and your animals if you do that. The second thing is gratitude. So what do you have in your life to be grateful for? For me, I have a roof over my head. I have beautiful food. I have Mitzi and Pearl and Fred and Pavati, my animals. I have a whole lot of things in my life that if I focus on what I do have to be grateful for, it doesn't make the stress go away, but it helps me cope with that stress a lot better. It helps me be more resilient. If I get focused on, well, I'm in lockdown, it's terrible, it's awful, and I only focus on that and wallow in that, I'm going to make myself feel a whole lot worse, which is then going to affect my animals badly, right? The third thing to do is be careful. Don't start comfort eating, drinking, or anything else to try and make yourself feel better. Stick to a healthy diet and exercise. Now, if you can go out for a walk, do that. Walk, and go for a good long walk where you get a little bit tired so that you're physically exercising your body. You're outside in nature. Really, really important in these difficult times to keep exercising your body, because the healthier your body is, the healthier your mind and spirit and emotions will be. So what else can you do? You can reach out for help. If you're really struggling, for God's sakes, reach out for help. Reach out to friends. Pick up the phone and talk to people and be vulnerable and let people know if you're feeling like crap. Just say, God damn, I'm finding this really hard. I'm finding it difficult. You know, I did that with my partner last night. We had a long talk about, I was saying, wow, I feel really flat and awful today. I don't know why. And then we talked about it all. And, oh, lockdown. Oh, I'm not seeing my son. Oh, this, that, and the other. Oh, I've got some good reasons for feeling pretty crappy, right? So I think the other thing that's really important in times like this is to reach out to friends and family, to connect, to invest time in not necessarily looking for comfort, but looking to comfort others. The more you reach out to support other people, the better you're going to feel, generally, unless you're in a place that you're in such a bad spot that you don't have the capacity to do that and it'll actually compromise your integrity further. In that case, you need to go get help, right? What else can you do? You can find some sort of creative thing that you love to do and do it, right? And that might just be as simple as going to your local newsagent, getting a cheap box of pencils and a pad of blank paper and just spending a little bit of time doodling, making weird, beautiful shapes with different colours, and then crumple it up, throw it in the bin or throw it in the fire, whatever, it doesn't matter. It just gives you... Doodling and scribbling with coloured pencils or pens can be a really good way to process all kinds of anxiety, stress, trauma that's going on in your life, right? Can be really, really helpful. It seems like it's a stupidly simple thing, but it can make a massive difference. What else can you do? You can decide that you'll make an opportunity out of this to learn something new or do something new. Now, you don't have to do that, of course, and another thing that you might need to do is just stop. Just stop. Simply stop, and stop doing everything for at least a little while every day. Lie down on a mat, get your dog to come and lie on top of you or beside you, or your cat, so that you can touch them at the same time. Put on some quiet, relaxing music, and just bring all your awareness into your body. And if it's uncomfortable in your body, that's okay. It's not going to kill you. Relax a little bit on every out-breath. Even if it's just a tiny little fraction of relaxation on every out-breath. If you spend 10 minutes every day lying on your mat or on your bed with some music, on every out-breath I'm going to let go just as much as I can. I'll breathe in, on every out-breath I'm going to let go just as much as I can. If my mind's busy with all these thoughts about how things are terrible, how I can't survive, or things are going wrong, just let them be. Don't try to control them, don't try to fix them, don't try to stop these thoughts. Just keep bringing your attention back into your body and relaxing as much as you can. A little tiny bit on every out-breath. This is another practice that I do. Other things that I'd strongly recommend that you do is find some Qigong classes on YouTube, free Qigong classes, and do a bit of Qigong every day. Or a bit of yoga if that's what floats your boat. You know, there's tons of free yoga classes on YouTube. Yoga Nidra is another way to help you relax when you're lying down. You can find 15, 30, 45, 60-minute long Yoga Nidra sessions on YouTube. Press play, lie down, listen to the voice take you away into a state of inner awareness and relaxation. It'll make a huge difference to you, and it'll make a huge difference to your animals if you do these things. So please take a moment to get back to yourself. And the most important thing to do here is to start treating yourself as beautifully as you would treat your pets. Right now, a question I often ask my clients is, do you treat yourself as well as you treat your pets? Most of them go, pull some funny faces and go, no, actually I don't. And not even close. In fact, I'm pretty awful to myself a lot of the time. I used to be pretty awful to myself back in the day, right? But if you can start treating yourself with the same love and attention and care that you treat your pets, it'll benefit your pets more in some ways than you're doing that with them all the time. Okay? So if you're having a tough time, I am sending you a whole lot of love and hope and understanding. Get out there, do these things. They're simple little things. Now you have to do them, you have to act, right? Thinking about listening to these things ain't going to bring you any benefits at all. You have to act. And acting when you're in a place that is stressful or uncomfortable can sometimes seem impossible, but it's actually not. You just have to decide, right, you have to get to the point of importance equal to wiping your backside before you get off the toilet, is what I say to people about this. All right, you know, you wouldn't go out, you wouldn't go outside without putting some clothes on. You can, if you can do those two things in your life, you can do these other simple little things that I'm telling you, right? Absolutely you can. You just have to make the decision, apply your will and act. And when you do, you will find that your ability to flow through these challenging times will become a lot easier. Might not become any more comfortable, but you will be more at ease, you'll be more relaxed, and your animals will benefit out of sight from that. So thank you so much for listening today, and I hope you take on board these simple, beautiful little practices that can make a huge difference for you as we move through these really challenging times. Thanks, and I'll see you again next week.